So Shingle Creek with Chad Embry from Fujikura with the new Ventus shaft. So such a successful line. The Ventus, the original series, and the TR just been great additions to the lineup the last few years and been incredibly successful. Really consistent products. So to create for what a better phrase, an update or a progression on that product, this is really quite an interesting shaft.
I would completely agree. Well, thank you for noticing.
Pleasure.
Yeah. As you said, we've obviously had great success with the Ventus lineup. The Ventus, what we refer to as the OG, the original gangster, that shaft is now 5 years old. So our engineers set forth with the mindset of trying to make technology that came out 5 years ago more modern. We had no intention of introducing this shaft unless it was actually better than the original. So what we've done is VeloCore Plus. So it used to be VeloCore. The Plus is the third material in the BIOSCORE. So original Ventus was a pitch 70, 40-ton material, and we've added a third layer full length to this particular product, giving it the Plus. Now what we found in ENSO testing in our Carlsbad facility is that most players, probably about 85% that came through, we had tighter dispersion, and we had 2 to 3 miles of extra ball speed than the original. So with that, we thought, why hold it to ourselves? Let's go ahead and relaunch or refresh the Ventus. So this EI profile, interestingly enough, is extremely close to the original blue. We didn't want to divert from that. The success we've had from it, we know that it works. We know that it's played by better golfers, tour players. So we didn't want to leave that. We just wanted to enhance it with a new material that ended up working tremendously for us. And so now we have a faster, straighter Ventus original.
And something we were only mentioning a moment ago is every player is going to feel different things. We all experience the kind of the load and the stress on the shaft different. And my initial comment was it felt to me like it had a little bit more load through. And that was when you then said to me, well, one of the guys that tested it earlier said it feels stiffer. But then the profile is as good as identical. But the nice thing is that it really does give a bit of a different sensation to the original model.
I agree. We were talking offline there, and I've never been able to hit the original blue. I'm more of the TR guy. But this shaft, when I hit it in my flex and weight, obviously, felt like it had a lot more load, a lot more pop, a lot more give. So when we came out here, I expected to get that feedback, which you gave, but we had a bunch of you know what, we're in different continents, but we are truly one, and I feel that way for you. But the reality is we had a lot of guys come out and hit it and say it felt stiffer. A lot of guys come out and say it hit softer. The truth is it is the same profile, not the same, but extremely close. You'll see the EI profiles, you'll be like, yeah, a little bit here, a little bit there, but nothing so discerning that one would say, oh, this is softer. Oh, this is stiffer. So the reality is it's actually good for you guys in terms of this is the importance of fitting, right? What I feel, maybe you don't feel, what I feel, you did feel, but the importance of getting in and trying the product. So everyone that's hit the original blue, I think, is just an obvious shoe-in for 2 to 3 miles an hour ball speed and straighter shots. But it goes beyond that, right? People that maybe tried the original blue and maybe it was a little off for them, they come in and this profile with this new material gives them a different sensation that maybe they walk away and say, this is amazing.
I think the thing that I noticed hitting some shots there was, apart from a couple of really ropey swings, that actually the pattern of shot, the consistency of that, which goes back to say that dispersion. We've got a horrible left to right wind here. Really not good for my weak fade, but or
my hair.
But actually, yeah, the amount of movement in the air each shot was very, very, very similar, and that's something that I'm always looking for out of the shaft, is that repeatability, which the Ventus series has always given. So that consistency of performance, and what we've seen from the range in the past, which I think is always the mark of a really, really great model, is it's such a reliable performance. Really speaking, no matter who's hitting it, it's not that unicorn performance that there's a specific swing style it works for. And the whole range, and there's going to be, well, I don't know if you're allowed to say about what other bits are coming out, but where you've got the red and the black profiles in the original model, I'm sure those at some point will launch. And so having that range of options with the TR series as well, it's been great to work with from a fitting point of view.
Yeah, well, we agree, and we try to make it simple. In fact, years ago, we used to have the Motore Speeder, which I'm sure you probably remember, and that came in the red, blue, and the black or the dark purple. But it was easy for tour. It was easy for tour when tour guys get inundated with shafts every year from every manufacturer. It's hard to keep up with what the hell does this one do, you know, especially if it's not color-coded or a mark on the cosmetics to let you know this is high, this is mid, this is low.
Yeah.
So we actually deviated from that a little bit with our next launches, and we got the feedback from the tour like, hey, man, we need something that we know. We come in, we have XYZ player asking for a higher launch than what he's hitting now. I can go right in and grab the red.
Yeah.
And so, yes, you will see, and you're allowed to say it, a red and a black coming down the pike. It fits our line, right? So ultimately for us, this shaft here, being what we think is better than the original, after maybe 2024, beginning of 25, you might see the OG kind of start to take a back seat. Like we talked about, I think this is one of those iconic shafts that players have hit and will want to hit for a long time, right? They come into your place and go, hey, I want a new driver. Simon, hook me up, but I'm a Ventus Blue Guy original. That's what I want to hit, and that's what I need. So it'll stay in the lineup. It'll just take a back seat to the new, and then obviously the TR, and we'll continue working and seeing what else we can come up with.
Well, great job with the Ventus line. Can't wait to get this tested out properly. Get it in the studio in the next couple of months' time.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time as ever.
Always a pleasure.
Pearls of wisdom.
Always a pleasure.
And so, great fun.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chad.